In this video, I am going to talk to you about 2 misconceptions that small business owners have about brand that is keeping them stuck and overwhelmed when it comes to developing brand messages and brand voice for their business. So first to note, this applies to small businesses, so solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, coaches, not really the big businesses who do have to develop brand in a different way. But the first thing that I always find is that small businesses, people with kind of solopreneurs and small teams, try and develop their brand in the same way as Coca-Cola or Nike might. And it's a totally different ballgame. So the first misconception that I wanted to share with you about brand is that you need to do your brand messages first before you can write your website or before you can write anything else for your business. That is the wrong way around to do it. What you will find is that as you write your website copy, as you write your about page, as you write your homepage hook, as you write your packages and your unique process that you put on your website, that is when your brand messages develop. That is when you get to the crux of what makes you stand up and stand out in your industry. That makes when you get to what you believe to be true, all that comes out from writing your website. It does not come out first and then you write your website around it. You will find that a really, really difficult way to do it. And what will happen is you will find yourself stuck. So you come to write your about page intro and you just sit there thinking, how do I even start? Or you come to write your intro section of your homepage and you just don't have the inspiration to start with because you think that you need to have your brand messages sorted. And actually, you can do it the other way around and they will develop as you're writing. So that is my first misconception that I want you to understand about brand. The second one is about brand voice. So many of my clients struggle with developing their brand voice and this idea that they need to know how they're going to write for their clients before they start writing and it trips them up and then they're second guessing everything they write. Actually, brand voice for small businesses and for solopreneurs, the only way that is going to develop is just by practice writing. As you write, you will come to develop your style, your tone, you will develop your confidence, you will learn how you structure things a lot easier. You cannot do it beforehand. So again, you need to do the writing first in order for your brand voice to come out. Now, there are tips and tricks we can share, such as reading everything out loud is a really, really good tip for anyone who is trying to kind of understand how they want to write. And lots of people want to write the way they talk. They say to me, when I'm talking to clients, I sound enthusiastic and empathetic and I really can get myself across. But as soon as I start writing, it suddenly comes out mundane and boring. I hear that all the time. Reading what you write out loud really helps with that. And there are a couple of other tips and tricks that I can share with you in my website, Words Academy, where I help business owners write their website. I share those tips and tricks. But the main thing and the misconception I want you to understand today is that you cannot develop your brand voice without first just gaining confidence in writing in general. And the more you write for your business, the more you read what maybe a copywriter has written for you, if you do want to outsource, the more your brand voice will develop. Now, again, this applies to small business owners and people who are kind of writing their own content and really are the kind of face of the brand. Not necessarily for our big companies where we do develop brand strategy and brand voice. But I think that is the main problem we have, in that we think of our brand in the same way as a business brand would, but actually we need to think of ourselves first as the brand. And in order to do that, we need to write out our website and find that those brand messages really do come out as you write. And I have loads of tips and tricks and exercises to help those come out for you. And the second is that brand voice is not something that you kind of have to define and develop before you write. It actually works the other way around. So I am going to cover both of these topics in my Wordology Masterclass, which is happening on Thursday, the 8th of June. I hope to see you there. The registration link is in the show notes. But the main thing I want to take away today is that brand, you're probably thinking of brand the wrong way around. And if you actually start writing before you try and develop your brand message and brand voice, you're going to find it so much easier.